Hello and welcome to SAP on Microsoft Azure. My name is Holger Buchelt, and today I'd like to talk a little about how to integrate Microsoft Outlook into SAP Fiori. In the past, when I was talking to customers, one of the most questions that was asked was, how do I get my SAP data in Microsoft user interfaces? How can I get my workflows in Microsoft Outlook? How can I get customer information in Microsoft Word and scenarios like this? Although this is still very much a topic, we can see more and more customers actually asking also how to integrate Microsoft data in SAP Fiori applications. So together with SAP, we have created several scenarios how this can actually be accomplished. We started during SAP TechEd, where we highlighted how to integrate Microsoft data into an SAP Fiori UI. For this, we created a tutorial mission that was launched during SAP TechEd. The idea in this tutorial was to show customers how easy it actually is to leverage data from Microsoft Office and integrate this into an SAP UI5 application. We built a very simple scenario where you first connect to an SAP system and retrieve a list of purchase orders from this SAP system. Then we enrich this scenario and integrate information from Microsoft Outlook into the scenario. So basically, the user can click on a purchase order, can click on the very specific ID, and then get a list of all emails that also contain this ID in Outlook. All of this is visible in the SAP Fiori UI.
So with this, let's get started.
All the steps in this tutorial are outlined in this overview. We'll create a Microsoft account, log in to the SAP Cloud Platform, and then create an SAP Fiori application. Let's start by checking the Microsoft account. In my case, I already have a working Microsoft account, so I'll just open Outlook to verify that everything is okay. With this, we can go to the next step, where we'll create a user for the SAP Gateway demo system. I already have a P user. You could also use your S user or another D or I user to get access. I just need to confirm the terms and conditions, and now I'm able to use the SAP Gateway demo system. When you use the ES5 system for the very first time, you get an initial password. Obviously, you'll need to change that. So make sure to copy the temporary password and go to the SAP GUI. Loading the SAP GUI for the very first time in HTML takes some time. Once it's ready, enter again your username and the temporary password, and then change it to a password that fits your requirements. Once that is done, we can go to the next step in the tutorial. We'll verify that we can access the OData service from the ES5 system. Just copy and paste this URL in a browser, and you should get a response from the OData service. Now we are ready to start developing the SAP Fiori application. As a first step, we need to create a connection in the SAP Cloud Portal connecting to our ES5 system. For this, download the template file for the destination and open the SAP Cloud Platform. From the SAP Cloud Platform, select the Neo trial and under Connectivity, select Destinations. Here, click on Import Destinations and select the file that we previously downloaded. Just enter your P user and password for the ES5 system previously created and click on Save. We can verify the connections by clicking on Connection Test. You should get an 307 return message. With this, we are ready for the next step and create our SAP UI5 applications. In the SAP Cloud Platform, go to Services and select the SAP Web IDE full stack. From here, click on Go to Service to open the SAP Web IDE. To get started, we'll use a template to create our SAP UI5 application. Select the SAP UI5 application template. Follow the wizard and select a name, a namespace, and also a new name for the view. Now the template is created, and the first thing that we can do is create a connection to an OData service. Select the destination that we previously created and search for the purchase order OData service. Then just click on Next and Finish to complete the wizard. Now we can go back to the tutorial and start copying and pasting code snippets into our Web IDE. To get started, go to the View folder and open our main view. Make sure you select the page elements and replace this with the first code snippet. As always, you can beautify the code to make it more readable. From now on, it's a lot of copy and pasting. Just follow the instructions in the tutorial and make sure that you update the XML files and JavaScript files in the Web IDE as outlined in the tutorial. Now it's time to save all the changes that you've made and deploy the application to the SAP Cloud Platform. When you open the activated application, you should see a list of purchase orders coming from our ES5 system. With this successful test, we can go to the next step and connect to the Microsoft Graph. For this, we again need to authenticate with our Outlook user and create a new application that we can use to connect from the SAP Fiori application. From the My Application screen, click on Add New Application. At first, we'll provide a new application name to identify this application that will then connect from the SAP Fiori application. In this application template, the first thing that we need to do is add a platform, which is in a web application in our case, and provide a redirect URL. This redirect URL is the URL of the SAP UI5 Fiori application that we previously deployed in the SAP Cloud Platform. Finally, we also need to grant permissions to the Microsoft Graph so that our UI5 application can actually read emails from our Outlook account. With this, we are ready. We can save the application and note down the application ID. This is something that we'll need in a moment in our SAP Fiori application. So let's head back over to the Web IDE and create the Microsoft Graph configuration file. This file is where we'll add the application ID that we just created. Create a new folder, and within this folder, create our new Microsoft Graph configuration file. make sure that you replace the application ID with the one from the Microsoft Graph application that you just created before. Now we are back to copy and paste code snippets from the tutorial in our web IDE. Again, just follow the descriptions outlined in the tutorial. Before we can do a final deployment, we actually have to correct something here. When we previously created the folder for our Microsoft Graph config file, we created it on the root folder, but we should have created it under the web apps folder. So we'll just create the folder now under the right place and copy and paste the config file into the folder where it belongs. Okay, now we are ready and we can deploy the application one more time. We'll deploy it to the SAP Cloud Platform and activate and start the new application. Again, like before, you can see the list of purchase orders here in the Fiori UI, but we also have the login button on the right top corner where we can now log into our Outlook user and authenticate the application. Now, when we click on one of the entries from our purchase order list, we can see additional informations. For example, when we now click on the purchase order number, we can see related items from Outlook. So we see entries where we have received an email with this specific purchase order. Actually, let's send an email right now to this user with this specific purchase order ID. You saw 2 items before, but now when I click on it, I can actually see a new email that was just received a few seconds ago.
I hope this tutorial walkthrough helped you get started integrating your Microsoft data into an SAP Fiori UI. Make sure to check out the tutorial on the SAP page and also follow other videos in this channel. Thank you very much for watching.